Seattle Mayor Katie Wilson says the city has waited too long to act on the homelessness crisis. Her goal is to have 1,000 new living spaces by the end of the year and 4,000 by the end of her term. Fox 13's Alejandro Guzman is hearing from outreach programs who question if her approach will solve the problem.
Mayor Katie Wilson left her own press conference without taking questions, so there are still a lot of details that I don't have. In the meantime, though, one of the outreach workers who was there is questioning whether these bed spaces will actually help the people out on the streets.
District 1 is disproportionately impacted by our homelessness crisis.
Soto, Georgetown, and West Seattle all have one thing in common. They're home to a large number of people living in RVs. Standing among Hope Factory volunteers, Seattle Mayor Katie Wilson laid out her plan to tackle a state of emergency the city has been facing since November of 2015.
We can't just keep moving people from place to place and calling that progress. The single most important thing we can do to address our city's homelessness crisis is to rapidly expand emergency housing and shelter with supportive services.
During her 8-minute speech, Wilson said her plan is to fast-track shelter and housing and increase capacity from 100 to 150 or even 250 beds, depending on the site. Business owners near the upcoming Glassyard Commons off South Park in West Seattle are frustrated. They say the industrial area is already dealing with crime, fires, and drug use.
What happens if this tiny house community and RV lot doesn't work out, and if it becomes really dangerous for the surrounding community? What's plan B?
Answers not only the community is anxiously waiting for, but members of the press. Wilson didn't take questions. She left her press conference about 24 minutes after it began. Outreach workers questioned whether adding shelter space will move the needle.
This camp behind me has been swept twice in less than 30 days, but they don't want the rules. They want to be able to come and go and have their friends over and do their all-night activities.
I've reached out multiple times to the mayor's office, but so far I've not heard back. In Seattle, I'm Alejandro Guzman.